Features that you missed in the ERLC summer update. If you enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe, but let's get straight into it. So there was a few things that were added to the game that you might not have noticed, or a few things inside of features that were added that you might not have seen that are little Easter eggs or just interesting things to know. And we will start off in this Tesla Cybertruck. So obviously we had car interiors added. However, in the interior of the Tesla Cybertruck, as you can see, what is on the screen, which would normally show you speed and stuff, actually shows you a picture of ERLC. You can see this is kind of the game page. I know it's kind of dark, but this is the game page, and you can see it says emergency response Liberty County just about in the bottom corner. I know it's low quality, but you can see that just there. And just look how cool this view looks, by the way, with the car interiors. It looks awesome. But yeah, did you know about this? This is a little Easter egg they added, which I think looks pretty cool indeed. There's actually quite a few Easter eggs inside of ERLC now, or hidden secrets that over time they've added. Obviously we've got the frog over in the lake by Springfield, and there's also a few other things around the map. Let me know in the comments if you know what they are. But yeah, this is the first one, just a nice little thing that they added, which I think is pretty cool, that probably most people would have missed. Now the next thing I'm going to talk about is probably more of kind of a helpful tip to know if you didn't know already. Most people know about this, I think, because they did put an announcement out about it. However, if you take a look at some of these cars, you might think, hang on a minute, where is my 1 million likes car gone, or the 1 billion visits car gone? Where is it? Well, it's actually in the variant section of the cars. As you can see, the Chevron Corvette X08, you can see it has this thing here where you can flip between the different versions. So we have the standard version, the RZR version, and the 1 million edition. So if you're wondering where your cars have gone, or if you've lost some cars, that's where they are. They've just been moved into a little section beneath the cars so that you can find it a bit easier, and it just reduces how much clutter is shown on the actual car spawner list. This is similar for the 1 billion visits car as well. And the next thing I want to talk about is updated vehicle textures. So on this car right here, for example, as you can see, the carbon fiber is now much better textured. You can see it actually looks a lot more like carbon fiber. And if we go and spawn in a bit of a faster car, maybe let's go with the Falcon Heritage Track, as you can see it has the carbon fiber texture all over the spoiler, and this is similar with the Bugatti and the McLaren and whatever else that have been updated. They have now carbon fiber textures on them, which is another little thing that you might have missed. And whilst it's not hugely noticeable unless you're looking close, it does just make it a little bit more detailed for when you are going close up to some of the vehicles, making photos better, car meets better, you name it. It just adds a little bit of extra detail. Up next we have this arrest handoff feature that was added. So I'm just quickly going to talk about this and show you what it is. So as you can see, if I have someone handcuffed, I can now give that person over to the next officer without having to release them. Before you had to release them and then the officer had to grab them before they ran off, or tase them then arrest them, but now you can just hand them over straight away. So if the other officer has their handcuffs out, you can just go nearby and you can hand off to them, and then as you can see it will give them a request, and once they accept it, the person will be transferred to the other officer. And if we do this the other way around, as you can see, the request is really simple, because all you do is you just accept, or you just hold E to take the player from the other officer. So it's really cool, nice little feature that you probably didn't know about. It wasn't added in the update log, but either way it is very cool for sure. And a quick side note, I just quickly want to talk about this as well. If you want to try out the instant refuel game pass, you actually can now. You can test out game passes. I'm not really sure why you'd want to test out the instant refuel game pass. It's pretty obvious what it does. But if you want to do this, just go up to a fuel station, and where it says instant refuel, if you don't own the game pass already, it will say try now, and then you get to try it for 5 minutes, which is pretty cool, and hopefully this will be added to more game passes in the future. It's also worth noting that on the fire department team, included in the helmet and the SCBA is different color fire helmets. So there's different color variations. I think there's green and there's blue that were added recently, and of course I think you've got like the white, the red and the yellow and whatever else that we had previously. So yeah, 2 new colors for that, which is pretty cool. The money that drops from your character as well, or from another player's character once they die, has actually been updated as well. It's just a different cash symbol. It looks a bit different, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. It's just updated. And there's also been many different changes to a whole load of the civilian and police vehicles in terms of how they drive, their speed, all that kind of thing. Now the next thing I want to talk about is a pretty big one, and it is convertible cars. As you can see, this car right here is convertible. There is an option to have it without the roof. However, it is a little bit disappointing, this feature. Let's have a talk about it. So you just saw that I had no roof on my car, and you might be saying, oh, okay, well, how do you put it back up? Well, that's the problem. You can't. You have to come all the way to a mod shop, and then you have the choice of either roof on, roof off, or this other option of T-top, which I guess this option, fair enough, but being able to have the simple roof there or the simple roof not, there should just be a button for it, really. Maybe you press a button and it literally just winds up the windows and like pulls a roof out of somewhere. It doesn't have to be a full mechanism, just something to make it a little bit more realistic, I think would be good in my opinion, because it is a bit strange how you have to go to a mod shop to have your roof either on or your roof taken off on a convertible car. That's a little bit strange, but that's not the point of this video. This is a cool feature that you can actually have your roof off, and there is a few cars that you can do it with. I'm not sure exactly. I might do a video on all of the convertible cars, but yeah, this is one of them, and it looks really, really cool, I must say. Also very nice interior. And the next thing I want to talk about is one you've definitely for sure noticed, but they didn't really list it. The skybox and the map is much brighter. It's way more colorful, and it just looks a lot better. The saturation has definitely been increased, to be honest, perhaps a little bit too much, but I think it looks really, really good. Definitely better than what it was before, and yeah, it just makes the game look a bit more vibrant, a bit more colorful, and a bit more interesting. And the final one on this list is something very, very exclusive, and it is to do with a part 2 kind of to the summer update coming in less than a month's time, which in ERLC update terms is very, very good. So over in the police roleplay community Discord server, we can see over here Lost Infinity. So I've searched messages from Lost Infinity, and there are definitely some big teasers in here. So for example, if we go to this one, as you can see, we have 2 more updates, one smaller and one bigger, coming soon for your information. Now if you take a look, you can see they've definitely understood that people are not happy with the update, which I am going to make a separate video on, talking about why people are so angry with this year's summer update and being fair about it, give my honest thoughts. So stay tuned, subscribe, notifications on for that, and like this video of course. But what is interesting is you can see he said soon as in August, probably early and late August. So early August is literally like a week or 2 away, and late August is like 4 weeks maximum away. So yeah, if that's correct, then that is very, very exciting. And see, they're definitely acknowledging that they're working harder on the updates. But a big thing here is FD will get an updated truck, but that's all I must say. That is 100% going to be a tiller truck. I am so confident that this will be some kind of extra ladder truck. I'm hoping it is. I really am hoping it is. It's what so many people are asking, based on the fact that he said they've been going through the suggestions and finding the best ones. The most suggested thing in my opinion is like a tiller truck or a different ladder truck for the fire department team. So I'm pretty sure there'll probably be some kind of updated ladder truck for the fire department team very soon. But that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, check out channel memberships from the link in the description if you want to shout out. Loads of other amazing perks. You get to talk to me on Discord, whatever you want to do. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Check that out from the link in the description, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.